Sports Radio, Uncle Goody, LT, Mr. Morris, and Francis the Frenchman. It's coming live and direct from you from the Owl's Nest. And we're going to keep talking about sports. We're going to keep talking sports. And give us a call on Skype, because we definitely want to talk to you on Skype. So please give us a call on Skype. And don't forget, OwlsNestTV on YouTube. And also check our Facebook group out as well. It's KSU Sports Radio. Got to talk about Rick Pitino, head coach from Louisville, in big time trouble. But, you know, he's able to squell it somewhat. But just the fact that he's in the position that he's in, not because he had sex outside his marriage, is simply because the chick tried to extort him after 6 years.
No, like, wasn't it continuously for 6 years?
No, it was. I thought it was a one-time affair he had with her at the restaurant.
But ain't she been extorting him ever since?
And she's been trying to extort him ever since. He gave her like $3 million or something. $3,000 for an abortion. She spent it at Nordstrom's.
Allegedly.
She spent all the abortion money on Nordstrom. That's what Raz Cass said. But I'm just saying, it's just a shame, the fact that, I mean, number one, you're in that position, and number two, I mean, people think they can actually extort you for money just because of, you know, who you are. That's why you have to be so very careful, you know, in everything you do.
Wrap it up and pull it out.
KSU Sports Radio.
Yeah, I think it's a shame that, you know, in this day and age, that's, you know, we hear these stories and it's going to get blown up because he's a big-time sports coach and a celebrity in that arena. But it's really not that uncommon anymore in this day and age that, you know, it's sad that it's kind of become that way. And, you know, folks they do this kind of stuff.
I mean, I know we're in a recession and everything. You know, everybody needs money, but come on, lady. Come on. Come on. That's just bad, man. You wanted to have sex with Coach Pitino on the table, and so you did. So why are you trying to extort him out of his money? You're gonna ruin his family. His wife's like she find out 6 years later. You did this in a restaurant with some woman, your son. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. So hopefully Pitino. But I want to ask you though, Francis, should Pitino keep his job? Yes, should he keep his job?
First of all, he got 5 kids. What are you going to tell your kids that you see?
But
what happens?
They grown.
They grown is that you see what happened when you guys were young. Daddy messed up outside of the marriage, you know. And at the same time, as a coach, when you go and recruit kids, basically that he's the one who put basically all the rules that no sex on the table, like when you go out. Don't go in after game. Don't go and party and everything. But he's the one actually who goes and do the same thing that he said to the player that he just recruited. Don't do it. So if he comes and recruit me, the first question I'm gonna ask him, Coach, can I have sex on the table? And after that, I mean, that's the question that I'm gonna ask him. Because what are you gonna tell me if you come and recruit me?
Well, to be honest with you, Francis, if I'm Rick Pitino, my answer to you is yeah. If you help me win a national title,
that's right. The thing is too, Francis. One thing that Pitino has in his favor is the fact that he's in a sport. Yeah, he's a superstar, and then he's in a sport where all young guys is in it. So they like, Coach, got busy. You know, and they ain't looking at it like,
oh, how could you?
They ain't looking at it like Coach got busy. Yeah. So. But I don't think Coach needs to go in the Hall of Shame for that.
Nah.
But we really have to start thinking about opening the doors back up to the Hall.
Can he go in the Hall of Fame for that? Because
Hall of Fame.
Seriously, he should at least go into the Man Hall of Fame.
The Man Hall. Okay, we got to give that some thought, Mr. Morris. This is KSU Sports Radio.
I just totally lost my train of thought thinking about the Man Hall. No, okay, here's what I was going to say for real is, I think, everything aside, Rick Pitino is handling it like anybody else should. I mean, he's got whoever's advising him, whoever's telling him what to do, they're giving him quality material because he's not like these guys that do steroids. He's not, trying to sweep it under the table or say he didn't know. I mean, he said, I did it. He's fixing it with his family. Supposedly they've already talked it over, and of course things aren't, back to normal, but they're getting over the storm that's going on in their household. And I think, that's what should come first. Whether he should lose his job, he didn't hurt the university. He made a boneheaded move, and just because of his stature in the Louisville community is the reason why this story is so huge. And it's unfortunate, of course, but I don't think that it's grounds for firing. If I was the AD, if you talk to him and he really seems sincere and that he's trying to change and be a better person, if he learns from his mistakes,
he's gonna change. Change from what? From going to say for closing the restaurant down and having sex like on the table.
I mean, Coach was just feeling a little freaky that night, man. She caught him out there. He was vulnerable, and so. What happened happened. He was vulnerable.
I think it's awesome. If I'm the AD, I'm giving him a contract extension. I'm sorry.
You're not going to fire him for that.
You're not going to fire Rick Pitino for that. You might fire some dude you just hired for that, right. But you ain't firing Rick Pitino.
You might fire Billy Gillespie.
You might fire Billy Gillespie for that.
Right.
Or what's the guy that got fired from Alabama before he even got the chance to coach?
You mean the
old guy that was at the frat house?
Oh yeah, no, he was at the strip club. The coach from Iowa State was at the frat house. Coach Stacy.
Yeah, so
he was at the frat house with the co-eds. Had 2 beers in his hand. Had his arms around him.
You can't be the head football coach at the frat house.
I'm like, Coach, and then Coach, I know you're an alcoholic and everything, but I'm saying Coach Stacy sent his team home on the bus. He stayed at Illinois or wherever they were at. Said he's coming back the next day. Next thing you know, Coach is up in the frat house with the co-eds. He's
wow.
He made it to the Hall of Shame for that.
Yeah, you can't even do that these days because everybody got a cell phone camera and everybody got YouTube. So it's like, you can't even do stuff like that these days.
Right. It's KSU Sports Radio, Mr. Morris, Uncle Goody, Francis the Frenchman, and LT. Of course, we just got finished talking about Coach Rick Pitino, head coach at Louisville. Think he did the right thing, just coming out telling the truth, saying what it was 6 years ago, man. Come on. But and he made a great point too, and I'll probably use this in a life lesson one day about telling the truth. If you're honest, he said, if you're honest about what you did, it becomes a part of your past. If you lie about it, it's going to be part of your future because you're going to have to keep lying over and over and over again. Just like Michael Vick. I kept thinking about Michael Vick. Michael Vick didn't do nothing. Everybody loves Michael Vick. I got a secret compartment in this water bottle, but it's okay.
Right.
And it just kept building up. His lies kept building up, and it became so much a part of his future, like what he's going through now. Rick Pitino, this is going to be over for Rick Pitino probably next week.
By next week. It's going to be over that.
Right.
For sure.
So that was a great point to pass on to the youngsters. And
now, that video should have been put on the internet, not to Aaron Andrews. They should have put the Rick Pitino sex tape.
Pitino knocked everything off the table like in the movies. Cool! Get up on this table, girl. Put it on the table. Yeah, that's funny. Hey. So, we're joking about it. We're being light about it, but honestly, I do think he did the right thing. Just coming out. It wasn't really nothing he could do besides tell the truth in that case. So.